Hey everybody, Edo here, and this is Bullfrogs by Keith Matejka. I have no idea how to pronounce your last name, sir, and I apologize. Keith M. And Bullfrogs is this game. I have to apologize a second time because I've had this game for a long time. I played it and I didn't get around to reviewing it, and I played it again and I didn't get around to reviewing it. But it's 2016 and I'm reviewing it. I really like Bullfrogs. Bullfrogs is a really easy to explain, fun to play, sort of tactical area control game that just does a really great job at being fun and engaging and pulling everyone inwards at the table. I don't know why it hasn't sort of caught the world on fire. I suspect it's this combination, sort of that mice and mystics, bullfrogs, but you got the lily pads and they're like fighting, but you got these cute little pieces. Like, I think that in different stages of designing this game could have easily have led anyone to this result, but I think from a theme, art, approach, market perspective, maybe it missed. But don't let that stop you from playing a good game. So, what's this game? Well, so in Bullfrogs, what you're trying to do is score the most points, and you score the most points by scoring lily pads, and you do that by filling them up with frogs and having the majority of frogs in the spots on the lily pad. And it's going to be growing. And you also get points for frogs at the log at the end of the game, and I'll talk about that in a second. But everyone has two types of frogs. You got your normal frogs, and these guys are worth 1 point, and as they're cleared, you get to use them again. So they refresh, if you will. And then you have your bullfrogs with the little tiny axe. These guys are worth 2 points. They can't be sabotaged, and I'll talk about that in a second. But when if they do fall into the water, and I'll explain that too, you don't get them back. So use them wisely. They're valuable. And they're worth 2 points on the lily pad. So in this game, everyone has the same deck, but it's shuffled up and you're drawing from the top, so it's not really a hand management game. But you are going to draw a lily pad, and notice your lily pads are colored and have a few pieces of information. They have number of actions. It can be 2, 3, or 4, as the little lily pads up here. Then the spots on it, which anyone can play into, and then the victory points at the bottom. These have victory points as well. And so as a player, you play a lily pad to the table. It can be played anywhere on the board, but just not like sort of diagonal off to the side. It has to sort of nestle or be adjacent to a specific another lily pad. And once it's played, you as that player can play that many actions, in this case 3, of frogs on the horizontal or the vertical, along with that piece. So you can't play it on the one you played, but in this case, I'd be able to play these two. If I played it here, I could play you can't really see that, but here it'd be either of these two, here or here, this way. And so you play your frogs into lily pads. There is a score point advantage for filling your own pad, but that means you sort of have to play it and then get onto it later. But and then I play here. So next player goes, and we're starting to fill up the pads. And say I'm blue. Blue plays here. This one has a 2 actions. Maybe they take those 2 actions and place it here. And now we're getting to a place where we're starting to contest this pad. Now, let's say red goes, and they do something. They do something over here. Whatever. Ooh, four actions. So red's feeling good, and red is going to put one here, one here, one here, and one here. Okay, so lily pads are filling up, and so we're back to green, and yellow's not playing, and green goes over here, and now they're going to use those 2 actions to fill up this lily pad. Each frog is worth 1, so green has 4, blue has 2. Green's going to win, but what happens is you then need to start saving frogs, and you can save them to the log or to the different lily pads, and room permitting. And so this then gets cleared and taken into your hand. So I'm earning lily pads and saving frogs. If there wasn't enough room, if these were locked up, if there was, if it was full, and they'd fall into the water and come back to people's hands. So what you're doing, and if a lily pad sort of is like you clear one and one's left out in the wind or in the water or in the current, in the ripple, it slides in. So the board continues to come together as play goes on, creating more tension and more opportunities for scoring and combos and really nice play. You also, on your turn, you can deploy your frogs, but you can also jump another person's frog off a lily pad to sabotage it. But you can't do that with the bullfrogs. So it's tight, it's fun, it draws people into the table. Again, where it's at in terms of theme and bullfrogs fighting over the lily pads, playing it just doesn't matter. It's just a fun game, and I definitely think you should check it out. So subscribe, share, all that good stuff. More importantly, play some great games. Thanks. Bye.